Hey Scorpio, how's it going? Good morning, Scorpios. Actually, happy birthday to you, Scorpios, because I am making this video for you while we have entered into Scorpio season. I'm going to do a random tarot reading for you. I don't know who this is for, but whoever it's for, I hope it makes it to you. I don't know what the topic is because I'm shuffling it right in front of you, so we're going to find out together. It could be finances, could be love, could be travel, relationships, the house that you want to buy, whatever the case is, we're going to see what's up. And this is a deck that is based off of the last Unicorn movie. And it's based off of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It's a beautiful little deck if you've ever seen The Last Unicorn. From the 80s, it was the first movie that I ever saw growing up. My mom had my room decorated with unicorns. And so, yeah. By the way, my name's Lindsay. I do tarot readings as much as I can, usually 2 different signs each week on YouTube and free readings on TikTok, or I just chat with people. I don't got my walls up, guys. You are always more than welcome to chat with me. Yesterday I chatted with people about pumpkin seeds because I was doing pumpkin carving and I became a salty bitch. Like, I ate so many pumpkin seeds, it like sapped me. I needed to drink more water. I was getting dehydrated eating that much salt. Okay. But yeah, I was over on Instagram just chatting with people about pumpkin seeds. Let's look at this here. Let me see about the first concepts that I see, what I think this is going to be about. In the words of many tarot readers or scryers, let me make my prediction. This is a really unique one because there's a part of me that believes with the 8 of Pentacles here, or the 8 of Coins as it's called in this deck, that there's a part of you trying to master something. This could be in the form of education and leveling yourself up, or even like, it doesn't have to be like you're going to university, although it could be, of course, that's the nature of education to some degree, is in university. But this could be like you've decided to take a course, play an instrument, learn a language, learn how to crochet, whatever it is. It's happening subsequently at the same time as you also going through 6 of Cups energy. The yearning to be with someone. What an interesting dynamic. Now, that doesn't mean that you're just yearning to be with someone, because the 6 of Cups is for some people when you are actually with someone. So there's like this dynamic of duality showing up here, where part of you is focused on the material world, leveling something up with the 8 of Pentacles, but also focusing on love. When it comes to the material world, it almost looks to me like this top row is discussing that. The thing that you want to level up. Your job, your education, the thing you want to learn. The bottom row looks like the love aspect, because we've got 2 pages here. One's in the upright, one's in the reversal. And the King of Cups is in the reversal. So there's this kind of almost appearance in these cards of, well, if you know anything about tarot, court cards, which is the pages, the knights, the queens, the kings, they typically represent people. And with 2 pages here, it's almost like there's this situation between 2 people where there is a wantingness for more closeness, sharing, and compassion, yet it's all the way here on the outside of the reading. And what's in focus is somebody who's in the reversal and you wanting to look to them while they are looking away. Quite literally looking away, looking at his own things, not in a position of committing, very moody with the King of Cups. And your energy feels very Page of Cups, very much like you want to give an offer of little love. Honestly, it's not like there's this energy of you wanting to, like, not the word suffocate, but kind of. It's like you don't want to plaster all of your absolute love and adoration onto somebody. You're willing to take it like a page, which is like this little, with the Page of Cups especially, these little offerings of compassion, which are still very important. They mean a lot in the grand scheme of things. These little actions of closeness, you're willing to take things slowly to gain what you want in love. You're not trying to, again, smother somebody here. And yet, the person's energy in the middle, represented by the Page of Wands and the King of Cups, is resistant to it, is too moody, is not inspired enough. Page of Wands is usually a card that gives like the brand new inspiration to do something or inspiration to act towards the page, but he's in the reversal here. He's facing away from the dynamic. And the King of Cups, again, he, especially in the reversal, can be moody and suspicious because he guards his heart so much and he wants to make sure that everything is, as it should be in love. So he tends to not take action the same way as, say, if he was in the upright, or if, say, you were dealing with a King of Wands who has more of that let's go, let's get what I want energy. So the bottom half of the reading, it feels like it's reading love. The top half of the reading here, I like, but it's a little bit delayed when it comes to the material thing. So again, 8 of Pentacles here is this dynamic of mastering something. Thankfully, it's in the upright, because whatever it is you're trying to master, if this was in the reversal, I would say that you're cheating yourself out of a good thing if you go this direction. Because when you master something for an ill intent, it usually involves usury, trying to gain something, a lot of ego, doing something that won't fulfill you, but you think it will, but you got it in the upright position. You have something. It's like you have a desire to become educated or master, whether that's actual education or like mastering a job. Hell, that could be you as a new team lead, as a supervisor position. Whatever it is you're trying to master, it's going to work out. However, with the 2 of Swords here and the Sun in the reversal, you can't see that yet. But I want you to really understand about the Sun card, and we will talk about the Temperance card in a moment. The Sun is in the reversal position, and the Sun, as with any cycle of the Sun, is going to come up. So you will see the outcome and answer as to how to make like a beautiful, even quick, brought abundance mode from the education that you give yourself. You will see the answer to this situation. But with the 2 of Swords, you don't see it right now, right? The moon is up on this image. The confusion is there, a little bit of darkness there. And technically speaking, the answer is right in front of you. It's just when you have your arms crossed to a potential or a few potentials, because you are being very cautious in protecting. See, like this gentleman here, he is protecting himself so he doesn't make the wrong decision. You might actually delay yourself in making the decision because you think you have to protect yourself from a few different roads that you could go. And one of those roads is actually the road that you should go, but for now, you can't see which road is the right road, so you don't walk that road. But you will. The Sun is here. It is the best omen in the tarot card deck to get, which means you walk that path. And you don't just walk it, but the world and the universe actually like picks you up and brings you on the ride anyways. Clears the way for you. Makes the path known. The sun starts shining on the situation. So this feels temporary. This 2 of Swords is like, okay, you can delay yourself if you want to. I'm sure you don't want to, but you can unknowingly delay walking the path of this job or education, this new change in direction. But that's only going to be temporary. At some point, the universe is going to push you forward. And it kind of feels like the Kali energy. If you don't know, in Hinduism, there is this certain emanation of Kali where if you are about to walk off your divine path, or you're headed in the direction of walking off the path that you're meant to go down, the divine energy of Kali will not let you. Like, she will throw something in your way to reconvert you back to the path very swiftly, usually, onto what will get you this sense of 8 of Pentacles, abundance, and level up. Because that's another thing about the 8 of Pentacles and mastering something. You're not just leveling up like a little bit. You know, your next level up with the 8 of Pentacles is the 9 of Pentacles, which is, in numerology, 9 is actually the finale. Even though in tarot it goes 9 and 10. 9, the reason the 9 of Pentacles looks so darn abundant, I wonder if I can get it here for a second. is because it is the abundance card, right? The 10 of Pentacles just means you're sitting in that abundance so much so that you get to go on to a next phase. But when you're in the 9 of Pentacles, consider that a win anyways, especially when it's in the upright position. If I can find it here for a second, you'll see what I mean. Super abundant energy, super loving. Sorry, not necessarily the word loving, but super, you love it would be more of the way to put it. 9 of Cups is super loving, but 9 of Pentacles is like, you love it. You're like, this is dope. We are on the right path. We're not even just on the right path. We are here. We are successful. And so you are like on this borderline of all this abundance. The bird and butterfly of transformation and truth is here. Right? That's your next step. So you can't see it yet, but I'm telling you, there's almost like this breakthrough. This is what the Sun card here refers to as like a sudden breakthrough, but it is going to be after a period of time. That's where this one comes in here. And why I mentioned about divinity, the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy of Kali guiding you no matter what, even if you stay delayed. You're only going to stay delayed as long as the divine spirit inside of you wants you to be delayed or allows you to be delayed. Whether you want to call it the divine feminine in the Kali in Hinduism and or looking into Brahmanistic sense, or whether you want to look into like Neoplatonic sense, Greek sense, whether you're looking at Inanna Ishtar or Sophia from Gnosticism, or the Holy Ruach, right? If we want to get into something a little bit more Kabbalistic or Hebraic, that spirit, she be acting, and she is guiding you with the Temperance card. Temperance card is like holy angels guiding you. This is a protection. When it's in the upright, it still requires you to be steady with what you're doing, but it's guiding you. There's something guiding you to this beautiful 8 of Pentacles moment, this level up in finances or in a project or goal. But the Temperance, as you are on this guidedness, this delicate steadiness, it does require time. And that shows up already because this Sun card was originally in the reversal. And a sun and a moon are both symbolic of cyclical moments in time. Think cyclical again. That's why the Temperance card has a circle, cyclical circle on it here. So this isn't going to happen. Like, you're not stepping into, according to this reading, the 9 of Pentacles within the next 24 hours. You have to get through a little bit of this phase. So time, you have to get through a little bit of time, but you're on the way and the path is going to open up for you. And might I say, with these 2 cards here, a lot of this can be quickened by your actions of taking action. Because this person is not just an angel guiding them. And when I say an angel, I mean, if you know that this deck is based off of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, on the front of that deck is a holy angel with 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land, and they are slowly balancing 2 cups in their hands. In this deck, that angel is not visibly present. What is present is the steadiness that you must also take action to gently carve out, like the 8 of Pentacles would do, gently take action and carve out your path. And in this case, that means taking your hand, lowering down the protection, and taking off your own blindfold. You see, unlike the 8 of Swords, who has their arms completely tied up and can't necessarily take off the blindfold, you can. So what you can't see is right in front of you, but you are choosing to some degree not to go down a certain path because it freaks you out a little bit. You know why something freaks people out usually? 3 or so different reasons. Usually time. People get afraid of how long something's going to take. Fear of failure. People get afraid that they're going to fail if they go a certain path, right? And feeling like they're not ready, even though readiness is an illusion, and time is an illusion, and failure only actually really exists if we live in a world where spirit isn't guiding us. So that all 3 of them is like self-protected illusions that the human mind will do. The key, my dears, is to follow your heart. Now, I'm going to quickly read into this love dynamic because, according to this, the answer of what's going to happen with your this new project that you're dealing with or that you're going to deal with, it's there. It does basically what the top half is saying is it doesn't matter what decision you make, you're going to make the right one. So that's one of the pieces of ammo that you can put in your arsenal, in your mental database, that you don't have to worry so much about this because you are going to make the right answer. So just pick one. You know what I mean? You're going to take the right path. Just pick one and walk it, and you'll see. Much like a hallway at a new job, when you're walking from the cafeteria to get to the lunch or to get to the human resources room, and it's the first time you've ever been in that building. I'm using a metaphor here, by the way, a little parable, if you would. When you're in a new building and you don't know how to get to the human resources office, you don't know where the hallways are. You have to walk down the hallway and find out as you go. And it's a little nerve-wracking, but eventually when you walk left down at the end of the hallway or take a right at the end of the hallway, you will get to the human resources. Making the mistake of walking left down the hallway is not that big of a deal. You just pivot a little bit and you make your way to the right end of the hallway. Right? And then once you get to that next part of the hallway, suddenly there's a sign at the top that says Human Resources Office this way with a little arrow. That's how real life works too. We sometimes just have to take the action. That's what I'm saying. Just walk any path that you feel in that moment and you will get to the one you're supposed to be on. So you don't have to be too afraid of failure aspect. You'll just pivot a little bit here, pivot a little bit there, and then you'll be like, damn, I'm on the right path. Here we go. But as for the bottom half here, this feels less in your control and more in the control of this person whose energy is in the reversal. So for that, I'm going to shuffle very quickly to see what this person is doing, what they're going to kind of do, and then I'm going to upload this to you, Scorpios. And I'm going to go next door to the community center and get myself a free breakfast with my kids. Because life in Canada, she ain't cheap, and I am resourceful as heck. That's my path for the day. I'm going to go have a nice lunch. Okay, so this person, oh, interesting. The Ace of Cups is in here in the reversal. I feel like I saw that one kind of fall out earlier. You see, the Ace of Cups, oh, lots of cards just fell out. Oh my goodness gracious. There's two, did you know in this deck, there are 2 Lovers cards in this deck. And this is the more like smothering, not sure what to do energy. And that, see, what's happening with this person is they're focused on manifesting something in their life. That could be like they're really focused on their job or their money or their house that they want. Some kind of thing they want to get, but they're doing it with their eyes closed. Because of that, they've closed their heart off. But the cool thing about the Ace of Cups is it actually means there's a delay, not that you don't get what you want. It just means it's kind of like the Sun card in that previous part of the reading we got, where when it's in the reversal, it's like a cyclical portion of time. Well, in this, it's a delay. In fact, when doing pregnancy readings, for those of you who do tarot, if you ever get the Ace of Cups, even in the reversal, usually means a person's pregnant, but it's going to take some extra menstrual cycles. But in any case, they're closing off their heart for a period of time because they will not let go of this project and finance. They are trying to grow something. They're trying to gain eyes on them. They're trying to get recognition, so they hold on to the material situation, which means that they're trying to kind of like auto-focus with the King of Swords. They're like, their eyes, you know that song just popped into my head? I only have eyes for you. But this person only got eyes for that bank. They're like, they just are focused on the material. They're focused on a very logical way of looking. So they're kind of like hacking down a tree here. And the tree imagery is here in the Lover's card. They're kind of hacking away at that while they do this. Which means to me, it feels like they are either going to have to finish this goal in order to really let their heart kind of open up more. Or the goal isn't going to work out for them. It depends on how the universe wants to work it, because we haven't seen so far if this goal is actually tangible for them. They might just be doing this goal and it's like, it's either going to work or it's not. Oh, beautiful. Eventually you will come to a more close energy with this person. And look at, remember previously the Page of Wands was there in the reversal? Now he becomes the upright King of Wands. And if you know anything about the King of Wands, when he's in the upright position, he goes for what he wants. He's going to go for you. Look at him. Look at him. Like a bull Like he's, you know the expression grabbing the bull of the horns, like grabbing life by the horns? King of Wands goes for what he wants. And he's looking dead at the Two of Cups there. So this King of Wands, by the way, also goes for what he wants in the material because he's the Wands. He's this dynamic crossroads of willpower between the Pentacle suits and the Cups suits. He's like the in-betweener. So he knows how to get what he wants that fills his desire up, which desire a lot of times is with the heart, but he also knows how to get it physically, right? So I think this person's going to have to cut through and sift through the project that they're doing, and eventually, after a period of time, they will come rushing into you. Knight of Wands will just like literally be like, I want them. Male or female, you know what it's like. But they will, after a period of delay, go through and towards the energy of Lover's card for you. And you know what? I tell ya, this delay in their life might coincide with the delay in your life when it came to that project that you were doing. You see, you're delayed on this love avenue, but you're progressing in the world of Pentacles in a project at some point where they're delayed in love and you see what I mean? There's this mirroring energy that it's almost like you want the love, they don't want it right now. They want the money, and you do, but you're kind of like held back from the money project right now until you take those steps of action. So you see what I'm saying? You guys both, I just stuttered, both. That's all, folks. I'm just kidding. You guys both have to take these kind of steps, and then that might open up the energetic pathway for you guys once you both deal with this. So like if this person deals with it on their end and you're still dealing with your thing, they still might, like the universe might still prevent them from moving forward until you take your steps on your energetic untangling as well. The two of them kind of feel like they have to merge at the same point of success and action for you guys to get to this beautiful Two of Cups, platonic, soulmate, absolutely no negativity in this card energy. By the way, Arthur Edward Waite in 1910, when he wrote the book, The Pictorial Key to the Tarot, explaining the instructions on reading tarot, the Two of Cups is one of those cards that in the upright or in the reversal, smashing meaning, guys. Beautiful meaning, togetherness meaning. You got the Two of Cups with the Six of Cups in this reading. Heavy on the soulmate energy with the Lover's card. I'm surprised the Empress and the Emperor didn't come out. I feel like if I shuffled this more, it would. But I'm going to leave it off like that because you guys have really good dualistic leveling up going on. One of them is just going to be a little bit sooner than the other. And for me, I think it's your projects or your education, whatever you're leveling up on, that's going to take this nice step forward. Once you get through that, all of a sudden the love comes in because the King of Wands starts looking like they want to eat you up for lunch, or she or he wants to eat you up for lunch. So yeah, thank you very much for joining. If you are interested in things like timelines, I do monthly readings. I got 6-month readings that I do. I have 12 whole months, a full year that we can do. We can look into January, February, March, April, see what month you're moving, anything like that. All of those are in the description below. They're also in the link at the top of every one of my bios. And if you're interested, I just had my birthday last week. Happy 37th to me. And my daughter had her birthday this week too. She was my beautiful birthday gift when I was pregnant with her in the same week that I had my birthday. So because of that, I have put up a sale. Any three questions for $20. I just did one yesterday for someone, and we read through what college path she should go through. So like, it doesn't have to be light, dainty questions. Any three questions, that's in the link in my bio. It's for $20. And I don't know when I'm going to stop running that sale, but probably I will run it until after the end of the month. So depending on when you see this video, that sale might very well still be up. And so, yeah, I'm going to leave you off with that. I'm going to go to the community center next door. Thank you very much, guys. Many blessings to you on whatever path you choose for your day, and for the rest of your week and for the rest of your year. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Ciao for now.